Yo. Hey, Bushit. How's it going? Your first one here. How's your day? I'm here. We'll be listening while you're at work. Nice. Oh, do you? Nice. Thanks, Bushit. I appreciate that. Hey, Mama Chipmunk. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Flower. Hope everybody's Wednesday, hump day. Black Delilah. Welcome. Welcome, mods. Hey, Deezy Weasel. Oh, I understand. Okay. I hear you. Hey, little black bear. Happy hump day. I wanted to come on like 2 hours ago, and I've had some stuff show up here, and um, first off, I had to move my car this morning, like at 7:30, because they're cleaning our front street, and they gave us a week notice, so that was cool. So I totally slipped my mind, so I had to move my car this morning, put it in our parking spot, and then our landlord texts us and says that they're gonna come by and measure our windows. Our windows are like 25, 30 years old already, and they're past their prime and done their job, and all the seals are gone and everything. I actually had an incident back in the fall. I was coming up the stairs and um, going to the kitchen. All of a sudden, I heard a pop, and our door cracked. And all I heard was the outside pane of her door, like the little glass window on the top. Well, the pane on the other side broke, so there was tempered glass all over her step, on our landing and our stairs. And um, so, anyways, our landlords come out like 3 times to measure it. Our They brought a window company in and everything like that. Well, I'm in a condo board, right? So the condo board made some money, so we're gonna get our all the windows replaced. So I'm looking forward to that. However, they wanted to measure the windows today when they've had three quotes from 3 different window companies already. And there was another quote they were gonna get today, but and I know they can measure on the outside, but I think they wanted to measure on the inside as well. So I'm scrambling trying to clean my kitchen, and I'm like cleaning my house, and you know, uh, um, I'm scrambling. I'm like, "Okay, aren't they supposed to give you like 24 hours notice for stuff like that?" So today wasn't the best day to come while they're street cleaning. We've had bylaw going up and down, ticketing people. A neighbor almost got ticketed this morning. So, so that was fun. So it set back me a little bit, but I'm here, and I'm here for all of you. And Scott's here. Nice to see you, Scott. I'm glad you came yesterday. Hope you hang out with us again today. I hope everybody's morning went well. I hope everybody's wide awake. I've heard some things through the rumor mill, and I'm not going to discuss this here. So I'll let I'll let I let the other guys, the big creators, figured that one out. So, uh, but if you guys want to talk about it, we will. I'm not really interested talking about it, to be honest. So But do come in, like, and share the room. I won't be here unless you guys are here, and with your support, my goal is to hit 500 subs by the end of the month. I am going to be part of the search for Darius MacDougall in the next coming weeks. I'm looking forward to that to help out with the family and everything like that. It'd be kind of like a mini boots on the ground, and but I won't give as enough exposure to the family as I can. I don't want to. They've asked for that, and I'm going to respect their boundaries. However, I'm going to show some recordings today. Um, you want to share a link with me? How do you mean, little black bear? You got a link to share, or I'm not sure how you mean, buddy. I can share it if you want, but I don't know how you're going to get it to me though. Maybe email, maybe, or Facebook. I don't know. Yes, you have to put the numbers down where to start. Steve was talking about missing children, and Steve is, I'm not familiar with Steve. Well, it's already out there on Facebook, right? It's not really much of a rumor, so he's from BC, Canada, and he has a YouTube channel. How to hunt? Oh, okay. I'll go check it out after. I got a ton of subscriptions with people. I might have to go back and weed them all out again. I'm trying to get away from true crime and going to scamming and trying to find scams and expose them. That's what I want to do. But I want to see this Darius MacDougall. Want to see that through at least, anyways. I haven't been really following it. Just been commenting on a Facebook group that's on in my Facebook page, my own, anyways. And that's pretty much about it. Sure, I can listen it to later. Can we do that? Are you cool with that? You can email it to me or you can fire it off to my Facebook. I'll keep your identity safe. I'm pretty confidential. I try to be. Hey, Yvonne, how's it going? All right, cool. All right, thanks, little black bear. I can do that and I'll have a look at it and then I'll get back to you. How about that? Awesome, Yvonne. Glad you're having a great day. So it's already out there. I guess Belinda's looking for a lawyer now, I guess. So I've heard that today. I don't know what's going on with that. I really don't. Um, I heard that on Facebook today, I guess. Belinda put a post out today and thanked Deline for her services and everything. And so the email's right there. Mama Chipmunk just posted a little back there. I'm happy to look at it. That was the one thing that happened this morning. Other than that, nothing really too, nothing out of the ordinary. I've had some requests go through email for the Facebook page for no, no, no receipts, no problem, no mercy. My best bet, you guys, instead of sending me emails, because it's getting confusing who's what, and you know, I don't want to hunt you down. So maybe just send me the request anyways. It's Rob Haynes, as also known as Wolfie. It's already out there. You can send me a friend request or send me a request, and I'll gladly add you to the Facebook group. There's 55 members right now as we speak, I think, and um, well, it's a Nova Scotia lawyer would be logical. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what's going on there. I don't care to know. Uh, I just saw the post this morning and um, I don't know what to say out of it really. I'm not going to comment on it. You guys can share it, talk about it if you guys want. I have no issue with that. Everything here is free game. Yeah, pretty much. That's why I don't really want to discuss it. Um, I'm trying to my best to move on with other things as well, other drama that's going on behind the scenes. And so, what's with this guy said about missing children? I truly believe it. Yes, some parents are unaliving, but there is more lawless, sinister things happening. Could be very well with Jack and Lily and Darius and Dylan, maybe. Not sure you're meaning. Well, I'll have to take a look at it, Little Black Bear, what you're talking about, and we'll go from there. You think L and J may have been trafficked, little Diesel? Hmm. Anything is possible, but to be frank and to put that out there, I think people need to be. Um, I think people need to start telling the truth, and there's so many people that are inserting themselves and people that are involved, and I think people need to start telling the truth, and especially with the three main people that were on the property. That's what I. That's what I think. Um, but I really would like to step away from that because there's just way too much drama going on, especially with the co-creators. I don't really want to get mixed in any of that. I'm trying my best to get away from it, but I want to speak my truth as well. So, and be frank and transparent with all of you. So, I would like to be a little bit more invested into like picking out scams and stuff than anything really. And but I want to see this whole thing with Darius see through because people haven't been really talking about it lately, except for my Facebook group that I'm in with. So, um, with Darius Warriors, um, there has been some creators talking about Darius in the past, but it kind of dropped off a little bit. So, and then somebody mentioned something about they were needing volunteers in the next couple weeks. I signed up to go, and I'm going. So It'd be kind of like a mini boots on the ground. I'm looking forward to it. Gets me out of the house, and it's a little. I can make it a camping trip out of it. So it'll be just me, myself, and I going. I'll probably meet up with a friend from BC, and possibly her husband, and a friend I've known for like 20 years. So I'm hoping she comes. So I'm really excited about it, and I haven't seen her for a year or two. So make sure she's doing okay and everything, and but also the task on hand and to help the family find Darius. I know I know a certain psychic came out today out of hiding finally. He was on this morning. Whoopie doo. Don't care. Um, Basically, I wanted to come on and show you some stuff a little bit. Maybe something positive, at least something funny. Get her mind off of shit. You know. Um, we are in the post-truth world. In other words, yes. I totally agree with you, Diesel. I really want to get away from like the bickering between the co-creators. I thought we were like one big happy team at one point. I don't know what happened there. I've got pretty good ideas what happened, and I'm not even going to elaborate. I really don't even want to discuss it. So you hope that someone has hired an attorney. Hmm. Yeah, they've gone crazy. I guess drama gives them ratings. Apparently, I don't know why. So everybody likes the drama. People ran out of topics. Well, that's why I'm going to talk about Darius. Like everybody's running out of topics. I want to talk about scamming. I want to talk about people and scamming. Who is scamming who? You know what I mean? That's what I want to get at. I did busted a scammer. Well, my group, my team and I and Becca and others, we busted a certain psychic for the last month and a half. So, yes, that's the other thing, Mama. He started another second channel apparently. So that'll be interesting to see how long that will last because if the authorities get a hold of his ISP address, they won't. It's not going to go down good. It's not going to go good for him, if that makes sense. Oh, coffee, coffee, coffee. When you have too much coffee, you know you're just shaking. I'm not shaking yet. I've had 3 cups already this morning, but not like a Tim Hortons cup though. Mama, he better hire an attorney. No joke. Yep. I think you'll have to start up his cash up again and start looking for money for a lawyer instead of worrying about going to find Gus Lamont in a year or two for Australia because that's a lot of money for a plane ticket just to go. Just saying. Nope, his cash app would have a hold. Yeah, yeah. It might freeze it. It's probably why he hasn't been asking money lately. Wonder if they put his Venmo account on a hold too. You think? I don't know. So I decided. So if you guys could ladies that are in the room, could you guys, or my mods, sorry, could you guys post the detective link again, the email address, and could you also put the Facebook page address as well? I'm gonna ask you guys to maybe just send a request instead of sending an email because it's just confusing who's what, and I don't want to, you know, maybe just send a request. You can send a request through Rob Haynes through Facebook, and I will gladly add you. For right now, it is on. I don't know, Yvonne. I have no idea. I haven't really been paying much attention to Zach lately. I did see a live briefly this morning. I kind of went in there and messed with him a little bit, to be honest. So we'll leave that as that. Okay, I'll have a look at it after Little Black Bear. Maybe I'll come back and a little bit later, and then I'll send you an email back on my thoughts and everything. How about that? And then we'll go from there. Maybe I'll do it in my next live. How about that? I like stuff like that. It's not long? Okay. I will do that. And thank you for that, Little Black Bear. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate you. And those for you out there, if you got stuff that you want to send me, feel free to do so. My email address are robhaynes50 at gmail.com. Send me anything. Yep. Okay. Okay. Right on. I'll watch it a little bit after. Um, so that being said, just let me know if you guys can hear the sound. I kind of switched it up a little bit. I'm gonna try with I got Bluetooth, so I'm gonna try it, the speaker in the front this time. Um,
We're not going to talk about what usually. We're not going to talk about what usually happens. So we're just going to knock on wood and then try to go on with the slide.
can you guys hear that?
Anyway, you guys, welcome to the live. Of course, this is about Jack and Lily Sullivan, and I just dropped Zach's channel there. So if you guys haven't subscribed to Zach's channel, it's right there. The link is in the description of the live as well. But here it is, and again, thank you guys all for being here on this.
Whoop, what happened there? Okay, well, you get the idea. I switched to my Bluetooth, so hopefully that works. Miss Sunny's been praising Zach at that time. Um, so I don't know what she thinks about Sunny now, or what she thinks about Zach, for that matter. But I know what we think of him right now at this point. I'm going to show you guys something. Give me a second. Oh, there's me. Nope. Run.
The Big Check event is on now at Sport Check. Take up to 60% off top brands from April 30th to May 13th online and in store.
Sorry, guys. Nope,
Second follow-up.
not that one. Man, like these guys. Just give me a bit, guys. Sorry. Put the wrong video up. Oh, oh, this iPad sucks. Can't wait for a computer.
Welcome to Becca's True Crime Tarot. I hope you all are having a fantastic day.
Not that one. Well, you guys can hear the sound, right? One last 10-minute. Apparently, he's done some other things to get himself caught up in other activities. Oh my god. Oh yeah. You can hear? I know what we'll do. I'm not gonna sit there and look for it. There you go, Jasmine. Where'd it go? What the hell? Take it down? Don't tell me she took it down. Oh, that was funny. I was gonna share it with you guys. That's why I can't find it. I think she took it down. Why did you take it down? Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, you take care too. We'll talk soon, buddy. See you, Scott.
And welcome back to Jasmine's
No.
Crazy Cat.
That's not it. Man. There it is.
I get to the point where I'm cornered and you don't want to corner somebody like me because I am the nicest person in the world, but I am also one of the quietest people in the world in my real life. You know, when I'm home,
Can you hear
I
that?
like to say 20 words a day. Being honest with you guys, I don't really talk in my personal life. I'm the most quietest person around everyone. But you know what they say? Watch out for the quiet ones. Because when I speak my mind, I'm speaking truth. And if I do blow up, oh man, y'all don't want to see that, you know? So I hold back and I have a clean record. Clean record. Never done anything wrong, never been arrested, none of that. So discredit me some more about my life, Jasmine. Go ahead and try. And if I want to prove every single thing wrong that you're saying, I will.
You could hear that, right?
If I don't want to, then I won't. If I want to show receipts, I will. If I don't want to, then I won't.
My name is Nigger. Going in a rap sticker. I'm broke and hungry as I need money for Snickers. Please donate to my Cash App, Zachary Jackson. Send your phones and laptops so I can call. Drive in the pawn shop without a license. So damn, this car doesn't even have insurance. Going to the pawn shop, here I go. I need that shovel soon before it snows. Oh, oh, look, I found an air tag underneath my car. I better pay people back before it goes far. So much for the plane ticket here from the road. 3-day bender, here I come. There's a guy at the door for my drop. Mama in the kitchen, riding. Damn, that cash app made big money. Screw you, and Jack, Lily, I'm just $15. Oh, look at Dave Grave. I guess it doesn't matter. Send $5 or even one. I'm too lazy. Turn the tap on, peace out. Oh, I found an air tag underneath my car. I gotta pay people back before it goes too far. So much for the plane ticket here on the road. 3-day bender, here I come. There's a guy at the door for my drop. Mama in the kitchen, riding her mom. Damn, that cash on YouTube and Jack and Lily, I'm dry as fucking in need for water. Oh, look at Gatorade. I guess it doesn't matter. $5 or even one. I'm too lazy. Turn the tap on, peace out. Very nice, okay.
Save wherever we can. We tried a different detergent. Seemed like a good deal.
It was not. The detergent was so watered down it left our clothes with stains and dinge.
My favorite shirt became my PJs. We're back with Tide.
With double the cleaning ingredients, you get more clean in every drop.
It's got to be Tide.
When you travel well, your ticket can take you to more than just your destination. It can make you feel like a local. When you travel well.
I need premium on this iPad.
Sorry. With medicine and food, $100. I could get, if I could get put maybe 15 or something like that towards food for the night, and then I could get my medicine. That would be amazing. It would be a blessing. I hate crying on my stream, man. I feel like yeah, no, definitely not. None of that in me. I'm just me. And I understand why people do what they do. Because you get to a point where people are just so mean, so ruthless, so negative, so hateful. And all I need is help. So if anybody out there does want to help out, just let me know. Just let me know.
Hey, Yummy.
Yeah. Zach Jackson, the fraudulent, psychic scheming and scamming his viewers and subscribers take advantage of the older ladies. Can't get a lady of his own, pretends to remote view, but real steals his vision from true crime channels. Wants everything handed to him on a silver platter. He yells at his mama when he doesn't get his way. And his mama is scamming, but same he needs his man. Send him $40, need a new phone. Send him $100, can't come up with a new number. Always needs $100. Zach Jackson cries when he needs his $100. Blames his problems on everyone but himself. His mama is there to comfort him. He gives off Norman Bates vibes with his mama. He's a wannabe rapper who could sing a tune. So turn true crime to scam for the views. His mind's on loon sing sweet summer breeze. Who's praying his name? Send him $40. Needs a new phone. Send him $40. Can't come up with a new number. Always needs $100. Zach Jackson cries when he needs his $100.
Hey, Bittersweet.
When he needs his $100. When he needs his $100. It would be a big help. My Cash App is Zachary Jackson 1, and my Venmo is ZAC Jackson 123. Either works, but Cash App is the easiest.
This is what we think of you, buddy.
But hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your day. I wish I was, I wish I was going to get my new phone. I wish my phone actually worked that I have, but that's just my life. It's just my life.
I'll get to that in a minute, Angel.
So don't let them bully off your channel. Yeah, Summer Breeze, I'm thinking about it. I don't want to, but I'm at the point where it's like this. I see all these other channels and they're doing amazing. They've got so much support they don't even know what to do with it. So many donations they don't know what to do with it.
100%.
I mean, it's ridiculous, right? And then you got me, somebody who has to basically beg his way in order to get by in life. Never mind having actual stuff in real life, and it's like having to do this it's soul draining, right? It would be nice if I met one person, just one single person that said, Zach, you know what? Here you go. You've been working really hard. You've tried your best. You've been working day in and day out. And then they donated a little to me. That's all I need right now. Anything like that, just let me know if I'm sideways. All that. If you go there, are they what? Are they another sub? Oh, today I'm going to be discussing multiplication. I want to start off with the case of I don't know if there's Summer Wells. That's the case I want to start off with. Jack Sullivan. But I'm going to wait until people fill up the room. Hold on one second, guys.
Oh, there's a drop off. You're popping the pill. Oh, sits down.
I'm telling you, you could do remote jobs, freelances, American voice actor, plenty of opinions. Huh. I don't know. That's interesting. That's very interesting, to hear about it. I've never really thought about that like that, but it probably is pretty cool.
When it needs his $100. When he needs his $100.
This life here is gonna work, isn't it?
Oh, I can't wait for that to come out. So in other words, Zach, I hope you get the message across. And Sonny, you're going to have to answer to that eventually. You're the one that introduced him. Put him on a pedestal. Just saying. Where are you, Angel? Angels. I saw you. So I got your email. I'm going to answer your question for you. I sent an email back. I'm going to suggest to you, I think maybe send me a request, like a Facebook request, and we'll just add you that way. So, and that's what I'm going to ask for everybody from now on instead of emailing me. That way we can just put you right in the room, right? So, and we'll just add you. Yep, she's done a lot of damage, but I don't want to get into trashing people on here. Yeah. That's what I'm getting away with. Sonny most likely didn't know he was a scammer, but yes, now that everyone knows that he's scamming, it would be nice if Sonny calls him out. There you go. Thank you, Monsters of Chaos. These are great people. Thank you, Yvonne. I just want to give you guys a little bit of closure because I am moving on. I know I said it many times, but I am going on with Darius MacDougall, and that's why I came on here to talk about Darius MacDougall. I don't care about anybody else. Don't care about the other co-creators and what they're doing. Don't give a shit. They can talk trash and smack about me. However, they can suck it and leave my name out of it. I'm getting a little tired of my name being brought up. So, moving along. So, I found some stuff last night. I'm moving along to Darius now. Let's get out of this first. I found some links, and Becca sent me a she sent me a spirit box and did a reading on Darius last night, and she sent it to me, so I'm going to play it for you guys as well. I'll give you guys some information. I got a global news clip that I got. I have fallen back on the Darius case, and I want to see this through for them at least, because I'm in their Facebook group in my Facebook called Darius Warriors. The same as Samuel Bird Warriors. Where am I here? Okay.
Like in cow shit. I just
Didn't want that. I think this is it.
It's the final weekend of the Bricks Iconic Tent Sale. The tents are coming down and everything must go. Now get up to 70% off clearance furniture, appliances, and mattresses, plus more incredible deals throughout the store. The final weekend of the Bricks Tent Sale, saving you more.
On the banks of a babbling creek, surrounded by towering pines, a once beloved campsite has become a kind of prison for a family tethered to the worst day of their lives. Unless you haven't left this campsite, really, since that day, why haven't you been able to come home?
This is the last place I've seen him. I can't leave.
On September 21st, Darius MacDougall disappeared. The 6-year-old had been camping here with his dad Dallas, his dad's girlfriend, an aunt and an uncle, and his grandparents, Tina and Les.
Papa Clean was his favorite person. Like, that's what he called his grandpa, so he was just a happy little guy.
According to the family, while the adults packed up camp, Darius and 2 other children had been playing a short distance away.
And they're playing about 100 yards back out in that direction.
And you said the other kids were 8 and 6. But after about 20 minutes, the other children returned alone.
She's only 8, but she was panicking, saying that he was gone. His grandfather and his father both took off across the creek looking for him immediately. Within, say 5, maybe 10 minutes after we were told that he was missing, I called 911.
Come and reassess. We'll enter this from below.
What followed was a massive 11-day search involving hundreds of people, dogs, helicopters, and drones. And what was found?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
The RCMP say to date they have received no credible information to suggest Darius was abducted. But with no evidence that Darius is still in these woods, his family is holding on to hope that maybe he was taken by someone and could still be out there waiting to be found. If you could send a message to him, what would you say?
Hang tough, buddy. We're all looking for you. We're searching for you. Stay strong.
Where is Darius MacDougall? A heartbreaking mystery this
He's Indigenous,
family
yes.
is desperate to solve. Heather Yurex, West Global News, Crow's Nest Pass, Alberta.
Okay. You know anybody took him?
The sound of her little boy's laughter is both precious and painful.
Okay. That's basically the gist of it. There was searches. There was searches about 12 days ago with the RCMP, and they're doing another one again in a couple weeks. Yeah, they have brown bears, yes. It's right on the edge of the Rockies. I'm not too positively sure about everything, Hemi. I'm just trying to figure it all out myself. I'm just trying to started following it. and I'm going down there in a couple weeks to help search with the group. All I could tell you is that I'm kind of talking with the grandmother right now in the group. So yeah, I'm going up in a couple weeks, going down there. Little Black Bear. I offered to help and they were looking for volunteers. They've never asked. They applied for Please Bring Me Home. They applied for other places as other people, volunteers to help. They've asked for family and friends to help. It's wide open to anybody right now at this point. So I'm going to go give them a hand. Brown bear den searches. Yeah. I'm not sure what they've done for searching anyways. RCMP has kept it quiet. So far, they found a gray and he was last seen wearing a gray and blue hoodie. They did find a drop of blood. They didn't say where. They're using a lot of science behind it, apparently. They had ground search and rescue out there, I think. Alberta Ground Search and Rescue. Uh, people from, they had volunteers come from BC and Saskatchewan to help out. And then the first 12 days, I think it was, and they shut it down. And then that was just before winter. And then they started up again. Just recently. Yeah, they have grizzlies there. Yes, they do have cougars there. It's right on the edge of the Rockies. Crow's Nest Pass, it's not even an hour from the American border. It's right in the corner. Yeah, that's true, Bucci. They were walking away, I guess, and they were walking away um from the island. There was an island or something like that, and a creek or whatever, and there's a waterfall or something. There was a long path like you just saw. Um There's a possibility the animals got into it. They did have dog searches and they had cadaver dogs out there. Um I think some of the cadaver dogs after the search from Jack and Lily went out there as well. I think the same two dogs, I think. So I don't know if that's a rumor or not. I didn't hear that, but says September 21st, I believe, or the 22nd, something like that. Last year. So it's almost going on a year. Same as Jack and Lily. Um what's this one?
Hello, everyone. We have an urgent case of a missing little boy coming out of Alberta that happened just a week ago. So time is of the
This is my Kate. She did a pod on it.
a city 215 kilometers south of Calgary, an hour north of the Montana-US border, with a population of just
They're
over
not rolling it out. No,
residents.
I mean,
The Canadian Rocky Mountains contributes to the city's warm summers, mild winters, and windy climate. Now, while we don't know much about Darius or his family, we do know that they would, one way or another, end up at a campground called Island Lake Campground,
there's
a
a map.
recreation area between Crow's Nest and Hazel, near the Alberta-British Columbia border, 160 kilometers west of Lethbridge. The remote park offers a variety of outdoor activities, from ice fishing, regular fishing, camping, mountain biking, wildlife viewing, canoeing, kayaking, hiking, and more.
Could you put girls mods? Can you put her link up? Um What is her link? You know what I'm talking about? Kate. Her name's Kate. Thank you, Karma Kate.
The campground also sits along Island Lake. The Island Lake Campground is located in the middle of sprawling backcountry between two steep slope mountains. a 15-minute drive from Coleman and Blairmore, a pair of quiet mining towns. Sunday, September 21st of 2025, just about a week ago or so as I'm filming this video, Darius was last seen while hiking with 6 siblings around 4 kilometers south of Crow's Nest Pass, near Island Lake Campground. During the hike, it's alleged that Darius became separated from the group, and when the kids returned without him, the adults would return to the last place he had been seen so that they could begin searching there. When they couldn't find him, 911 would be called, and authorities would arrive on the scene quickly after. And while we don't really have a very solid timeline when all of this stuff took place, from the sounds of it, if Darius did in fact wander off, he didn't really have that much of a lead on the adults or the authorities. Yet it's been a week and there are still absolutely no signs of him. The RCMP, along with conservation officers, would launch into action, as well as searchers from multiple agencies, including search and rescue teams from Alberta and British Columbia. The searches were being supported by drones, dogs, and helicopters. Extensive ground searches would take place, but they were not successful. Despite that, the searches would extend into the following nights. The following day, on September 22nd, the RCMP would begin interviewing family members. It was also revealed that due to Darius having autism, he may not respond if people were calling out for him, which definitely complicated the efforts. I do also want to point out that I find it very interesting that there have been so many cases as of recently where the child seems to have autism and disappears. And although it is mentioned that he has autism, he is verbal. He's not a non-verbal autistic child. During one of the most recent searches for Darius, they began trying to play his favorite song into the wilderness in hopes that it would draw him out. However, they would not reveal what this song was. RCMP Corporal Gina Slaney saying, quote, "There is a positive. The weather is very favorable in this area right now. We are doing everything we can to find Darius and bring him home to his family." End quote.
Darius was walking with 6 siblings on a remote mountain road near Island Lake Campground around 11:30 Sunday morning. He somehow became separated from the other children. MacDougall has autism, and police say that may prevent him from responding to anyone calling his name. During day 4 of the search, dozens of people are combing through dense brush and steep terrain. They analyzed and dismissed what they thought could have been the missing boy's blood. An underwater search also came up empty.
Current search radius is at 3 kilometers and is gradually being pushed out to 6.6 kilometers. Overnight last night, search teams continued ground searches supported by 1 RCMP helicopter, 2 search and rescue dogs from the Canadian Search Dog Association.
Well, searchers focus on an area about 2 kilometers off of Highway 3 near the Alberta-BC boundary. The Salvation Army has been brought in to provide meals.
We're invested in our community. We're happy to help. And so when opportunities come along like this, when there is an emergency or disaster that's happening, it's kind of part of our mandate to come along and support our community members.
Despite some chilly nights and long days, officials remain optimistic that Darius will be found alive.
Based on Alberta physicians on wilderness medicine, we are still we are working on the assumption that Darius is very much alive, and everyone is working on to a tempo to reflect that. We very much still believe him to be alive and are not letting up the search efforts as a result of that.
They say it's too soon to call this a recovery operation.
It's a steadfast hope, one fueling the efforts of those who are scaling the treacherous terrain of the mountains behind me, terrain that's presenting its challenges.
Vast, different terrain, thick trees, lots of blowdown. And if I was a scared little boy, there's tons of little hiding spots.
Brent Coinberg's familiar with the area, having traversed it himself countless times. He's optimistic Darius MacDougall will be found alive.
Give it called a good chance of survivability because it's an instinct that we're born with. If we're thirsty, we look for something, right? And if we see something glistening, I imagine we'd see what it is. And so I'm very hopeful that he'll be doing like what we used to do in survival stuff and licking plants, and then kind of any standing water.
Experts on the ground say the search has been detailed and methodical.
Deadfall on the ground, the amount of rocks in the area, it definitely slows search efforts down to actually get that search done to a very high probability that Darius would have been found as we go through that area. So yes, it does definitely affect the search efforts.
Police say the 5-year-old was with 6 younger family members when he went missing, about a kilometer from his campsite on Sunday.
They were all young. There were no adults in the group. So our general investigation section is currently on scene, and they are doing very detailed interviews with everybody. So hopefully we'll have a little bit better of an understanding in the hours to come.
As the investigation continues, so will the search for the boy and the focus of bringing him home to his family.
Multi-agency consultation that occurs before that decision is made. Survivability and the level of detection in the area that we were searching are two very high priorities when they look at whether or not to scale back search efforts. I can again reiterate that discussion is not being had at this time. We are still very much operating on the assumption that Darius is alive, and
don't want that life, I need it. I'm addicted to it, baby. Yeah.
Continuing the search tempo to reflect that.
The public is asked to continue to respect the privacy of the family and to stay clear of the search area while efforts are underway.
Search and rescue teams have been here in the Crow's Nest Pass for over 24 hours searching for a missing 5-year-old boy. While no results have materialized yet, crews remain optimistic.
We are very confident about a positive outcome. The weather is in our favor. The young man does not suffer from any health issues. There's no reason to believe that there will not be a positive outcome.
Officers say Darius MacDougall was out for a walk with family near the Island Lake campground late Sunday morning when he wandered off and hasn't been seen since.
Right now, we're not ruling anything out. Initially, you go from a point last seen, and you can expand your radius from there. We rely on our search and rescue experts for that.
Dozens of search and rescue members from BC and Alberta, along with helicopters, dogs, and drones, have aided in the search efforts.
The terrain here is definitely varied and complicated. We are in a river valley itself. There are 2 small rivers that are also in play. There's a large bog that we continue to search, and some fairly steep, rugged, forested terrain.
However, police are asking the general public to avoid the area.
We do appreciate the fact that there is a genuine interest for people to come out and help. Right now, if we can keep our trained personnel out here, it's easy to keep track of them. If and when they come across Darius, they know exactly what to do.
Officials say the search will continue for as long as it takes.
During a press conference, Adam Kennedy with Alberta Search and Rescue confirmed that the area typically traveled by children with Darius's profile had been thoroughly searched. Crews are widening the search perimeters and venturing into more dangerous areas, including underwater zones. A potential lead would emerge when a substance believed to be blood was found in an area of concern. However, forensic analysis would determine that it was not human or animal blood. Adam saying, quotes, "When they are looking at a distance of subjects such as Darius may have traveled, what 25% of subjects in that profile travel, that has been searched. We are moving out beyond that, out of the 90th percentile. We're able to put professionally trained searchers on the ground, which will give us a much higher probability of detection per searcher than if we were to use members of the public. Our emergency coordination center out of Leduc is in constant consultation with all the resources that might be able to provide support to the search, with the Canadian Armed Forces being one of those. That conversation continues as to what assets they may have that might benefit the search efforts. Based on consultations with a couple of leading Alberta physicians on wilderness medicine, we are working on the assumption that Darius is very much alive." End quote. As of now, there is no indication of foul play. However, it was noted that all possibilities are being considered, especially when you see how close the campground is from the main road. According to Google Maps, it would only be around a 5-minute walk from the main camping area to Crow's Nest Highway. There's also the Crow's Nest Ridge, a forested mountain north of the campground, along with the Greymount Summit Mine. There's also a couple of large lakes surrounding the camping area. So is it possible that Darius could have wandered away to the road and been kidnapped? Or could he have tragically fallen into one of the nearby lakes, or just have, curled up somewhere in the wilderness? It is strange to me that they have searched outside of the radius where he would have been able to walk in that time period, and they still haven't found him. This case is reminding me quite a lot of the Lily and Jack Sullivan case. Another case of little kids in Canada wandering into the wilderness allegedly and just not being found, even though searchers have gone above and beyond. As of now, authorities are still asking that the public stay away from the search area so that they don't contaminate the search site, especially if they have search dogs around. According to the campground's website, they have been officially shut down since September 23rd. The entrance from the campground was closed off to the public, as support vehicles, including quads, search and rescue pickups, and a truck carrying a large satellite tower drove in and out. The RCMP is said to be working closely with Darius's family, supported by specially trained victim family liaison officers who provide trauma-informed care and ensure the family remains central to the process. As of last night, the team met with the family to discuss survivability concerns, saying that his survivability is now less than 5% due to the terrain, exposure to the elements, and the time that has passed, which does make me worried that this is going to turn into one of those cases that isn't going to get solved. So what do you all think? Is there any other information that I just didn't find out there that you know about? Let's chat about it in the comment section below. If you know anything, please contact the authorities and say something. And if you don't, please just try to do your part as well in spreading the word on this case. Get little Darius's name and face out there because maybe it'll get someone who knows something. Especially if it is possible that he did wander to the road and was kidnapped. Maybe someone's seen him somewhere. Maybe there was someone around in that campground or someone that knows someone who was at that campground who may know something or said something and they just don't know to speak up. And let's also take one more good look at Darius for that reason. Little Darius is said to stand 4 feet tall with short brown hair and was last seen wearing a blue-gray hoodie and sweatpants. Police say Darius is autistic, which may prevent him from responding to others. My heart goes out to this family. I truly hope a miracle happens here and Darius is found alive. And as always, I hope you all stay safe out there, lock your windows indoors, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.
So, what do you guys think of that? Crime with Kate, thank you very much. Left you a message. I was going to borrow it. It was taken about 7 months ago. So, you get the idea. So, you guys think? Am I frozen? Hope not. Well, anywho, I'm going to go out in about a couple weeks. There's a search. I think the RCMP were out 12 days, 13 days ago or something like that. And they're going back out again in a couple another week or so. Week this I think the May long weekend they're going to go out. So the whole thing is weird. It doesn't make sense to me, to be honest. Um um They had something similar happen on this almost the exact same day as what happened to Jack and Lily. Her name was Lily, and it was in the Chilliwack area, and they found her. Ground search and rescue found her within 24 hours after spending the night in that terrain, and it's almost similar terrain. So, but they did everything right. The RCMP did everything right out there. They closed off roads. Nobody can come in, nobody can get out. They just followed the path, I guess, and somebody from ground search and rescue found her within 24 hours after she spent the night in the woods. So, you think the dad did it? In your opinion? It's possible. Um, I know Charmaine has done a live on it a couple times. I was there for that. Also, when I was modding there. Also, Justin did a live about that same time around that Crime with Cat. Crime with Kate did the same thing. So somewhere in that time period. But you got to remember that was 7, 8 months ago. If they haven't found him yet, obviously him being alive right now is slim to none. So if you were out wandering around the woods in a winter, in a Canadian winter like that, in that area, he wouldn't survive, especially a 6-year-old. So I find the whole thing odd, to be honest. I had some tips, a couple of tips this week. Check out like um stop on the way. I It's Highway 3 in between Lethbridge and um Crow's Nest Pass, and there's really nothing there really. It's all like if you're familiar with that area, it's all like the big fans and the big windmills and everything. There's like hundreds of them in the field, and for power and stuff like that, wind power and everything. Really hilly, and then you get into the Rockies, pretty much the edge of the Rockies. It's only like an hour away from the states, from the American border, really, pretty close to it. Um, Literally, supposedly he disappeared right almost not even a 2-minute, 3-minute drive from the BC and Alberta border. So I'm really familiar with that area. I've been through that area many times. I've got friends that are on the BC side, closer to Cranbrook. I've been to Cranbrook a couple of times, and Creston. It's where they make the beer there and everything. Kokanee and everything like that. The Kokanee plant that's there. Um, so what do you guys think? So I want to thank Crime with Kate with her video. Um, of course, 100% credit to you, and thank you for letting me share it. Uh, I left you a message just to let you know that I shared it. So even though it was several months old, I am going to go look for Darius in a in about a week or two, about 12, 14 days or something like that. 12, 13 days. So I do have a spirit box that Becca did last night, and it's about, if you guys are interested, I have no problem with you guys leaving if you're not interested in anything like that. However, because I think someone, I can't remember, MJ did one yesterday, like a card reading, and people disappeared. So I have no issues with psychics or tarot readers. Reason being, well, I respect Becca. I respect Jasmine for what she does. Thank you, Jasmine, for your video, the music video that you provided us for Zach, um, and allowing music. And hey, yes, ma'am. You don't do the phantom stuff. uh, she did a spirit box, and I'm gonna play it for a little bit, anyways, and maybe 20 minutes of it. It's pretty long. It's 45 minutes long. I don't know if you guys can handle that or not. I didn't plan to stay on for 2 hours today, but I will play it anyways. Angel Wings, to respond to you again, just send me a friend request for Facebook, and I'll gladly add you to the page. Okay? I'm gonna suggest that to everybody who wants to get access to the Facebook page for no receipts, no problem, no mercy. Um, that way there's no confusion. Any information you want to provide me, you can email me that way, at least anyways. Anything you want me to show on my lives. or I can do a recording. I've been dying to do a recording and haven't done one yet. So I do know that RCMP and and most police do ask information from psychics. So I get the opinions on psychics, but when everything would happen with you know who made them look pretty bad in a sense, if that makes sense. So which is another reason why we've called Zach out. So in the psychic community. Jasmine does wonders with her card readings and her tarot readings. Becca True Crime Tarot, MJ, that I'm friends with, all of them. So, what's the page under? It's under True Crime. Sorry, it's under um, no receipts, no problem, no mercy. This is all. Well, I respect your opinion, Hemi, and I'm fine with you staying or leaving if you're not interested. That's up to you. You know, I respect your opinion. Well, you guys are, I'm not going to force you to believe in something you don't want to believe in. You know what I mean? I'm not like that. So you believe in what you want. However, you know, Becca and Jasmine and MJ have had my back through this whole Zach bullshit. I will give them a platform. So that's just how I feel about it. And whether I believe it or I don't believe it, you know, they're not scammers like Zach. I could tell you that much. And we'll leave it there. So I'm gonna do this reading. If you guys are interested in staying, I have no problem with it. If you have a if you're not interested and you can leave, it's okay. I'm not gonna hold it against you. Um, you know, you can always come back later another time. I may be back on later today. It's up to you, but I am gonna play for maybe 20 minutes of it. Everybody's entitled to their own faith, right? I'm spiritual. I have a spiritual faith. That's my faith. And um I believe that there is a creator. We'll leave it as that. So I will play maybe 20 minutes of it. I won't play the whole thing, but credit to True. She did this for me when I go for the search. Uh Crazy Cat put a reading in as well, on the side. We have a little group together and we talk. Um so yeah. So maybe throw some ideas out there, maybe a good idea where Darius might be, you know what I mean? The whole thing, that whole Darius thing though, I just find the whole thing really suspicious and odd to me. However, it doesn't hurt to throw ideas out. And we have to find these children, I think, in my sense, and we need to find them. Like Jack and Lily has been gone for a year, over a year. Darius is coming there very close. They found Samuel Bird within 4 or 5 months. They found that little girl in Chilliwack within 24 hours, you know. So that being said, excuse me. Give me a sec here. I'm gonna play like only 20 minutes of it or whatever, or maybe half an hour. I won't play the whole thing, but if you guys want to hear the whole thing, go to Becca True Crime Tarot and go check her out, like and describe. And she has been a big part of helping us with busting Zach. So, and she's a very, very good friend.
Hey Google, play my morning drive playlist. Package for Pancare, I hope all are having a fantastic day. It's Darius MacDougall, okay? It is going to be a little bit different as my spirit box, as you can see here, the volume completely turned up. See, it's completely turned up. The volume is not coming up correctly in here. So what I'm going to be doing is um, I'm going to be using the speaker box through the headphones. I have questions. I don't know anything about Darius MacDougall's case. I was asked to do the spirit box session by a couple people. So I'm going to do the spirit box session. It only works when I have headphones in. I will show you so you guys can see. The volume only comes through the headphones. Let me show you how well the volume comes through the headphones. So again, volume comes through headphones. It does not come good through the speaker. I don't know why outer speaker is not working. It's coming, but in order for me to do spirit box sessions, this is how I have to do it. Until my new spirit box. My new spirit box comes. So again, I have a series of questions from some people who want me to ask questions. And so I'll be asking those questions for Darius MacDougall. Okay. Set up here. Yeah, you guys will be seeing me look down. So I have questions here. For Darius, okay. Darius MacDougall's ancestors and spirit guides could come through. My spirit guides, my ancestors could come through. Said, I'm sure it was a little cool. Okay, first question is Darius' stepsister Kay's death connected to his disappearance? Is Darius' stepsister Kay's death connected to his disappearance? Sure, he fall up. Analogy from games. And is MacDougall's stepsister Kaya's death connected to his disappearance? Hold on, it's a little chilly out there. Johnson, question. Was a family member of Darius MacDougall's involved with his disappearance? Average closed, yes. See me, highway. Friend named Johnson. Because we have both. Again, was a family member of Darius MacDougall's involved with his disappearance? About the insurance. The cops. Consider it. Next question. Where is Darius MacDougall's physical body located right now? All important. West 67. Around a cage. Today, Wolfie.
It takes 386 Canadians to craft a can of pet food, like the folks at Sunfresh Farms. They've got
family ownership miles outside here. Something about sounding smart. Positive right now. Next question. Was Darius MacDougall with his cousins on the island playing? I see you.
Hey, Jasmine.
Says water. Darius MacDougall with his cousins on the island playing. Today, 1000%. Take them down. Crap. Child. Please give me a clear yes or no. Was Darius MacDougall with his cousins on the island playing? said something about the neighborhood. Give me a clear yes or no, please. Said yeah. Information is allowed to come through. Passed up by the lawmakers, yeah. He fell. Next question, where did Darius MacDougall wander off to? Find him. Frazier. Where did Darius MacDougall wander off to? Takes multiple steps. His father. Wasted time. I think it's more. It's his fault or it's he fell. Where did Darius MacDougall wander off to? See. These are the questions that I'm asking from. Remember. Just talking about time, a certain amount of time.
It already is, boot sheet.
Information to come through. That has been. Only allow truthful information to come through. No collective thoughts. No negative or evil energy is allowed to come through to manipulate the spirit box session. Do you mind if I take a look that
Want to save up to $240 on your energy bill plus free gas for 4 months? Sign up today at echoenergy.com.
Go beyond what's expected, and you'll discover what's
Darius MacDougall's ancestors and spirit guides will come through along with my spirit guides and my ancestors. The first of Sunday night. Once you do. You've been looking for, you just answered. The finances. Crash on the rocks, find 4 pieces. Celebrating. Okay, next question. We're moving on to the next question. Is the timeline of Darius MacDougall's disappearance accurate? Jeff. Bird. Is the timeline of Darius MacDougall's disappearance accurate? No. Change. That gives it a little bit more time. Split up. Vote. Cross. They take it slow. On the ground? Yeah. Got you. Again, is the timeline of Darius MacDougall accurate? Is the timeline of Darius MacDougall's disappearance accurate? I keep getting no. I keep getting no. Becoming reality. Okay, next question is, did Darius MacDougall and his family stop anywhere along the way to the campsite? Did Darius MacDougall and his family stop anywhere along the way to the campsite? We will be your guide. $97. They needed a free consultation with 8. Said, trust me, that will make you run.
Hey, Carol. Been on about an hour and a half.
Westbound 94. Stop left. Boat. We're staying on the Darius MacDougall case right now.
Alliance, we believe in giving you an outstanding customer experience. And we have over 160,000 five-star reviews to prove it. And right now, get a featured air conditioner or heat pump and don't pay for 12 months.
Call Reliant.
Southwest. People.
You guys want me to keep going? I can keep going. It's up to you. Not sure why you're not sure why I don't get my notifications. I don't know. You want me to keep going, Susan? Any else? It's up to you guys. Okay. I will do that.
Have was Darius MacDougall with anyone else near the island? Something about attractive. Was Darius MacDougall with anyone else near the island? Was Darius MacDougall with anyone else near the island? Yeah. Story Hill Reservation? Was someone watching? Was someone watching Darius MacDougall? Watching them? Assigned today. 414. You can't keep us out. Careful, Tom. Complicate. C. Something about a neighbor's key. We're staying focused on the Darius MacDougall case. Was there a stranger watching Darius MacDougall? Was there a stranger watching Darius MacDougall? Only bring out truthful information.
I did. I got it on right now. Peekaboo.
What happened to him? Was there a stranger watching Darius MacDougall?
Owner allowed me to take an extremely unique idea and make it a reality. You finished one to all that day? This just makes sense.
It makes sense because nothing tastes better than finish.
Was there a stranger watching Darius MacDougall? I am seeing some. The night he slept outside. He was back with those kids. Looking for about something about a branch. What if we go to the scene now? A different language is coming through. His eyes. Go back to that first question, you guys. That was asked. See if we can come through. Was a family member involved with Darius MacDougall's disappearance? Full of thunder. Three. Yes, ma'am. With send ground and rescue search. Where is Darius MacDougall's physical body located right now? W2. With control movement. This is check water, you guys. Just south of Browning Road. Sits at a options. Please come through as clear as possible for me. Something aisle 74. His buddy. Careful. Please come through as clear as possible. Someone texted. Strange sound coming through. You're just gonna let them hear the sound. It almost sounds like a walkie-talkie sound that's coming through. It's like a very high end. It could just because my spirit box is I need a new spirit box. Tell us any. I am listening, yes. Joe, listening, Joe, twice. Can you tell us any information about where Darius MacDougall's physical body could be located at this current moment in time?
It's a brand new day lavender range. The same protection you trust, plus the relaxing scent of lavender.
Tell us any information about where Darius MacDougall's physical body could be located at this current moment in time. Wanting to block.
I heard two. I don't know. Might have been three. What's down? Yes, ma'am.
Sand. Sandwiches. Cloudy. On the national. It's a very strange sound coming through. The sound. Get close to the speaker, but it's very strange. Now it's targeting you guys. That sound, that swishing sound, that's been coming through. W. Just said W. Water. Truth. Any more information you can give us about where Darius MacDougall's physical body is located right now? Almost all of the sacrifice. On top of the. Says something about die. We appreciate your help.
Yeah, it would be. Or a highway sign. Says West 2 or West 3.
Only without truthful information. Who made Darius MacDougall disappear? Exactly, and. stand on top of. I don't know why I'm being shown images of coolers. What do coolers have anything to do with Darius MacDougall's disappearance? So thank you. Shown images, you know, like coolers you use to you're getting drinks or food. But I mean, shown like multiple coolers. Bonfire advisory. Close them.
The bonfire advisory kind of stood out for me, and the reason being, I think we were in a fire ban at one point. So at that time, it was really, really dry. So yeah.
Or any more information you can give us about where Darius MacDougall's physical body is located right now at this current moment in time? Better or better? Go north. Please. The place you want to go.
Not 100% sure, yes, ma'am.
Percent of the profit.
Not 100%.
Step challenge.
It sure doesn't look like the North Pole.
Sounds like to me this weird noise that keeps coming through. I used to swim competitively when I was younger, and this sounds like it would sound when I was underwater, and I would be hearing people like the crowd who would be watching us swim. That's what the sound reminds me of.
Yep, me too. What she's talking about.
I keep saying go north. Go past the cap. Smart. Just said my name, Rebecca. Anything else you would like to tell us about Darius MacDougall and his disappearance? It wasn't what they say. Yes. Keep walking. Follow home. A list of charges. Theft. By the water. Yes. Ocean. Bodily secretions. Sorry, trigger warning. I'll put trigger warning in the video. One isn't left. The mud. How did Darius MacDougall disappear? Trying to handle the situation. How did Darius MacDougall disappear? Coverage. Two radio stations. There's an alternative. The way. This is actually a very unfortunate event. Getting WCU. Who hurt? Who was too hurt? Cousins? Okay, I think we're gonna end it there. I want to say thank you for coming through. Thank you for bringing through. Living Unlimited just came through. 10-4. He's changing. All right, you guys. I'm going to the project. I'm going to end the spirit box session. I want to say thank you for coming through. Thank you for giving answers. Bye. All right, you guys. Sorry, that's how I have to do the spirit box sessions until my new spirit box comes in. But again, I don't know anything about the Darius MacDougall case, so you guys will have to drop down in the comments if that information was accurate, if it pertained to anything. The Darius MacDougall. The sun is dying. Nothing. Everything.
Yeah, you can go check that out over at Becca True Crime Terriot. I will be going on a search with the family and friends and whoever's involved in about a week, well, 10 days time, something like that. So coffee. I'm gonna take a little bit of break and sit in the couch. Monsters of Sabotage notification says Shan attacks Wolfie. Of course she attacks Wolfie. What else is new? Oh, lovely. What has Monsters of Savage Shaw's got to say now? Whatever. So, what do you guys think of all that? And that's why I'm actually avoiding Jack and Lily now, because of I've already exposed a psychic. Now I'm going to see this through with the search. I was following a little bit here and there, bits and pieces with Zach and with Jack and Lily, and now I'm gonna deal with help was with I should send her a cease and desist. Maybe I'll send her a fake one. Just saying. Retaliate. I haven't gotten one, so I've checked my spam every day. Well, this is why I'm avoiding Jack and Lily as much as I can. I exposed my team and I and Becca and Jasmine and MJ and all of us. We've worked together to, and my mods, and we all worked together to expose Zach. And now I've moving on to bigger and better things, because realistically, Teabagger needs to find a life, I think. But you don't want to piss off the wolf, because, you know, if you back an animal in a corner, what's it going to do? Right? Hey, Envision. That's okay. You can replay later. I could stay on maybe another half hour. We can just shoot the you know what. I'm fine and dandy with that. I know Mom and Chipmunk's got to go soon at some point. Don't matter to me. It's probably that picture that she put up with the with my hat off. And you know what? Like, you know, when I think of that, it's kind of childish, I think, personally. Are we still in high school? Because I've seen her freaking not even have makeup on. Freaking, I could see why her husband left her. That's all I could see. Going back to the UK, you know, if that's true. No, I'm tired of creators freaking making it about themselves. So it's probably that little picture she put up. I sent something back to her in her comment section. Put a nice picture of me. It was a year ago, and I've showed myself a couple of times already. See here, I got nothing to hide. Yeah, haven't had the shower yet, but still, you know, that's as genuine I could be, right? Yeah, I grew my hair a little bit long, but whoopie do. So, and I wear, so I wear a little hat. Whoopie do. I had a little hat here. Whoopie do. You know, go back to high school shenanigans. You know, do you really want me to start digging stuff up? You a little upset because I attacked your little mod? Told the truth? Well, do I really want to sink to your level? Not really. But I honestly don't know what her problem is. I really don't. I think maybe she's got some kind of like I don't know. I don't want to say it on a live, to be honest. But you get the idea. She like dug back into 2004 on AB. Well, who cares? I can go back to January and dig stuff up. But do I want to sink to her level? Not really. Not interested. I'm not interested to pity high school drama. Georgina George, Mean Girls, Scissorhands, whatever they call them nowadays. I don't know. Good old Monsters of Sabotage, though. They kind of tell the truth in a sense. So does MOH and Monsters of Chaos. It's not even worth my time. But you poke the bear long enough or you poke the wolf's going to bite back. And believe me, this wolf has a lot of bark and and can bite hard. So she basically lost her mind, I think, and she's lost her. It's not about Jack and Lily anymore. It's about the Shenanigans show, personally, and little burn book of Georgina George, the book of Shenanigans, her little burn book. Wants to block people and then shame them when they don't have a chance to defend themselves. Well, you know, I can go back to where before Melissa and Shenanigans and Charmaine were arguing with her. I was there for that. She is she is obsessed. I almost got caught in my obsession with Zach, and that's why I backed off. So surely but slowly. But I have every right to be angry at him. You start to feel uneasy and uncomfortable. I hate stress and ruins your good buzz. Yeah. Maybe her good buzz. Maybe she needs a better good buzz with her spilling the tea. 'Cause that's not we both know that's not tea she's drinking. I've watched a couple of her lives a little while ago, and it's one of those things where uh, things stay this, things don't change, and everything stays the same. You know what I mean? Nothing's changed. She did a good job on her show. New music. That music was kind of the old music was kind of like getting old for a while. I'll give her that. But however, same shit, different pile. Well, back up what you say, right? Yes, ma'am. Like, you have receipts, show your receipts. If you're not going to show your receipts, then why talk about it? I've shown my receipts. I can show more receipts. I've got receipts on Sunny. And with the whole, why do I want to go to her level too? You know, what's the point? You're not even allowed to talk about her in her chat? That's, wow. Of course not, because you get kicked out or you get banned. Like, what's the point? Like, that's what it's turned into. You can go in there and you talk about somebody and then you get banned, right? Not here though. You guys can come here and talk about anything, and I won't ban you. Just don't be a dick and don't be a bitch. Talk whatever's on your mind. We can talk it out. We can squish it. We can, you got an issue with me. We could squish it. I don't want drama in my room though. That's the only thing. Kind of done with Zach. Anyhow, yeah. My focus is on Darius right now, I think. And I think Darius hasn't had much of attention lately, and I want to see that through at least, and then, and then, and then, and then, no, and then we can focus on bigger and better things like scams. I want to focus on scams. YouTube scammers. Busted one. I'm gonna start my own. I'm gonna start my own little page where our successes on Facebook. I think post it for everybody to see. Starting with Zach. I started drinking at 16, actually. And then back then it was high school. That's all we did in high school. Because it was a small town, right? That's all we ever did was drink. Started at 16, went to bush parties and stuff like that. Went in the middle of nowhere. No police, no RCMP, no nobody to touch you. Just sit around and get drunk and then pass out. But then back then though, friends were more important. So and I swim competitively too at one point in my life. If I fell off a boat in the ocean, I'd survive. It gave me those skills. It's like riding a bike, you don't forget. So I don't have the endurance like I used to, but yeah, we used to set up tents and stuff and sleep there and stuff, and it was cool. We used to camp along the river. Nobody bothers you there. Lots of rivers here in Alberta you can go. Crown land also, they don't bug you on Crown land. Those were the days. I miss those days. And then there was no internet. There was no camera on phone. They didn't have cell phones back then. They didn't have anything back then. The internet was actually starting up, just starting up. I lied. And that was on phone dial up when we didn't have cable. Now everything's on cable and you stream. And there's a camera on everything now, even your own car. You can't get away with anything now. So back then you could. That was the life. Drinking out of water hoses and going into when the street lights came on, your ass was in the house, you know. So I wonder if Monsters of Savage stick up for me at least. I'm just curious how this is gonna go. This could go two ways. I offered them ammo, and they still haven't got back to me. So play it while I live. Hmm. Oh, it's MOC. Oh, nice. They've got my backs. I know they do. Yeah, it gave me a scare there for a little bit. Monsters that could, like I said, Monsters of Savage can go either way. And they're not too fond of shenanigans either. So I know that much. I know there are a lot of creators who are not fond of shenanigans. I think she's kind of like public enemy number one right now. I think just with this whole covering up. I don't know what she's got going on. Sleepovers at M's and Cheryl's place, and I don't know what she's doing. But there's an old saying goes: keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. Something to think about. You missed something last night and you fell asleep. You fell asleep early and woke up at 4 a.m. I've done that. I fell asleep. I passed out. Hey, hold on. Sorry about that. A little chihuahua. Oh, the window guys are here measuring. I might have to let him in to get to the patio door at least, so we'll see. Apparently so. None pressed, but it is what it is. I know you can measure from the outside. You don't have to go in, but it's our patio door. It's on a deck, so I might have to let him in for a second. I'll stay on. I could stay on for another half an hour or whatever. So I'll tell you guys a story. I think I said it in the beginning. I'll say it again. I live in a condo with my girlfriend, and the condo board got some money, and all our windows are about 25, 30 some years old, and all the seals have gone and they've failed. So they're getting them all replaced, all three buildings, and that's fine. You can leave. I can mod for a bit. I don't got anything else to show. So anywho, I think it was last fall, our door, or the window on our door, the inside seal, like the inside pane. I came up the door. I came up to the. I was vacuuming or something, and I came up, brought the vacuum back up, and went to go put it away. I was cleaning down the basement. Came up with the vacuum, and I got to the kitchen to put the vacuum away, and all of a sudden I hear a pop, and then the inside of the pane of the door, it's just a little half moon, and it was tempered glass, and it shattered. So the inside pane was gone. So they come out about 3 times to measure this window. Landlord just drops off whatever and doesn't tell you, doesn't give you a notice or anything like that. And so we always are. I've argued with my. We've read the lease inside and out. They have to give you 24 hours notice for anything like that. And anyways, well, today they text her at work today, my girlfriend there, and then she called me. They said, "Well, do you mind if they came by today?" I said, "Well, yeah, I'm here, but they still have to give you notice in case they have to come to the house. Do you need me to clean, like tidy up or whatever, or what?" So, you know, I got to do something with the dog as well. Like, she'll go nuts, right? Especially with somebody here. So I had to run her down to her kennel and everything. I got to remember, like, don't let her out at least, anyways. But they're here right now, measuring now, and so I'm a little annoyed, but it is what it is. So, and now they're cutting grass. Our maintenance guy. So anywho, at least they're gonna get that out of the way. What they're gonna get new windows. That's the positive. So I'm gonna close that. Hang on a sec. I'll give it a few minutes. Hopefully they're done measuring and stuff. So then their maintenance guy is cutting and trimming right now, the lawn and everything. So anyway, chat slow. Hello. Am I still here? I see people disappearing already. That's true, right? No, I'm not retired. I'm actually off of work right now. I'm kind of like I'm going in for surgery. I'm just waiting on the date, it just sounds like I'm going in for laser treatment for my eyes, and I'm gonna go back to work after that, as soon as I get prescription glasses. So I'm kind of like on a semi leave of absence right now. I get paid for it though, so I don't have to collect anything. So it's nice. But it wasn't safe for me to drive. It's my sight is almost going, so I'm gonna need glasses very soon. So they're gonna go in and clean up my. I had cataract surgery last April, a year April, and they finally got me in for laser treatment to clean everything up inside my eyes. And I'm going in for again laser treatment, and then I'm getting prescription glasses. So yeah, right now I'm wearing reader glasses about I can't remember it now. I think it's 120 right now, and my vision is not the greatest. I have issues with small print, very small print, especially on cell phones. So you're a sugar mama now? Yes, ma'am. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. They asked me if I wanted EI or not. They would sign everything, and they said no. I wanted to come back, so they gave me a laser. It's just a matter of booking the appointment. I'm waiting on the optometrist. He was supposed to call me today. I left him a message. He said late this week, so hopefully tomorrow or Friday I can go in, because I don't. If I'm gonna go, it's fine. Go out and look for. If I'm gonna go out and search with Darius, I'm gonna need to drive, right? So, but it doesn't take very long, maybe an hour tops, and then I'm in and out kind of thing. It's like going to see the doctor kind of thing. So my mom did it. My sister did it. She's got full glasses on. So anywho, doesn't take them very long. Like they just go in and they just touch up, right? The cataract kind of sucked because it was I was only off of work for maybe a couple of days after I had my cataract, and but I had to wear readers the whole time, and they were concerned about a few things, so my safety and everything. So they just felt that because I'm in warehousing, and supply and chain. So, um, yes, Angel Wings. I'm in Canada. I'm in Alberta. You don't like people touching your eyes or putting their fingers in your eyes or in your fingers in your mouth or touching my feet. Me neither. I'm like that too. You only have floaters? Mm. My dad's a dentist, well retired, semi-retired now, so I don't have to worry about stuff like that. Anyhow, but sounds like somebody's on. My room was dropping. Because they're not always interested in me talking. That's okay. So anywho, thank you mods. Thank you everybody for coming. I hope you get to hear what I had to say. Hit the like button on your way out. Please do like and subscribe. I'm gonna call it. May come back later. We'll see how I feel. Yesterday was a 6-hour live for me yesterday with all the technical difficulties, and so anywho, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and we'll catch you guys all soon. Thank you so much for coming, mods. You guys are rock stars. Thank you to Becca True Crime for letting me share your video. Thank you, Crime Kate, as well. Jasmine, thank you for your music video there with one of my mods that actually put that music together for you. um, also, I'm just trying to think here now. And yes, and then thank you for coming. I really appreciate you all. Please do support my channel and take care. Respect one each other and love one another. And we'll see you soon. Take care.